So PA2 will be covering all this. This is all the answers to PA2. Just that I change the names and maybe the sequence. Okay, I go through step by step. So we need DC1 and PC1. So all this part, the create user, OU, everything that's got to do with managing users and groups will be done over here under Tools, Active Directory, Users and Computers. Okay, click this. So firstly, we will be creating OU. Okay, to create OU, right click on the domain, New OU. Then I'm gonna name it Test Lab. So inside Test Lab, I'm gonna create a group, New Group. Okay, I'm gonna name it G Test Lab. Group scope, group type. G Test Lab. And then next, I'm gonna show you how to move a PC or an object to an OU, to the OU we just created. So right click on the PC, move, and then look for the OU, which is Test Lab. Okay, so go back Test Lab. We'll be creating a user account. I'm gonna name it James X password. And of course, this one depends on the paper. Okay, for now I'm gonna, for example, just click on that, and then I'm gonna add James to groups. Okay, how you add a account to group? You just right click on the name, add to group. Okay, then type in the group's name. Also type in uh, server operators. Okay, this is for example how you add a user to a group. And then modifying user's account. What I mean by this is if if there's a need to modify the account's properties, just look for it under the user's properties. Double click on it. So let's say if you wanna edit all this, just come here, address, accounts. So accounts, there's logon hours. Like you can, the user will be able to log in, for example, only 8 to 5. Other than the hours, you won't be able to log in to that computer. Okay, these are the other settings you can do. Then account expiry. Let's say if it, for example, it's a temporary staff. It says it, James contract ends in 3 months. So you can set, for example, in 3 months from December is what? March. Okay, March. Let's say March, 1st March, contract expires. Automatically after 1st March, the account won't be able to be used. Okay, this is for example. So basically create OU, inside the OU create groups, create James join to member, G test lab and account operators for example, and then move PC1 from computers. So computers is empty now. Okay, then we move to this delegate and remote. So to delegate I want delegate James to test lab so that he can modify some things only on this OU. So James next. I want him to be able to do this. So next. Okay, that's how you delegate. Simple. So for remote desktop, remember these steps. You go to local server. Excuse me. Click on this. Under remote desktop, click on this. Click on this. Make sure this is checked. And add James. First step. This is the first step. Okay. Secondly, on the local security policy tools, under local policies, click on user right assignment. Then you will see this. Double click on it. Add James. Now, with these two steps being done, first is this. Secondly is under this policy. Now that's done, you have to verify that the RDS is configured. How you verify? Go to PC1 and log in with the account we just created. Okay, which is James. Okay, right after you have logged on, click on Start button. Look for remote desktop connection. And here, type in DC1's full qualified domain name. You can either type this dc1.it.local or the IP address itself, IP address of DC1. Okay, connect, then enter James password. Enter. Okay, we are ready remote into DC1 right now. So once we are in DC1, we are to create. For my example, I will create a user inside OU that we have created, which is test lab. So when you remote in, it won't automatically prompt server manager. You have to manually click on this and then enter James password. So what we want to do now is to verify that this is correct. How do you do that? Is click on tools, users and computers. So this is PC1 remote to DC1. So yeah. So under test lab, I want to create, for example, new user. Me. Me. Me ready. Okay, for example. So this means that the delegation is been done correctly because yeah, earlier on we done this. So that's why James is able to modify uh, test lab OU under DC1. Okay, so done. So next, create a GPO. So on this part, you have to go back to. You can close this. Close the remote desktop. Okay, and log off. Then go back to DC1 and create group policy. For group policy, go follow these steps. Tools, group policy management. Then drop down, look for this group policy objects. Right click, create new. Okay, I'm gonna call the, for example, test lab desktop. Okay, right after that, we'll have to configure the policy. Right click, edit. Okay, for example, I want to enable this policy. Like, we'll access, we'll set this enable, and then one on maybe start menu. Um, I'm gonna remove music icon, or maybe remove log off on the start menu. Enable. So right after applying, you will have to link it to only one OU. So I want this policy to only affect test lab. I don't want it to affect other users and other OUs. What I can do is right click on the OU. No, right click on this. Yeah, OU, and then link. Select this, and then OK. So next, go back to PC. Login again, because James is under test lab, right? So the GPU affects him. So what did I change is that what did I change? Okay, I remove log off. Yes, so James not able to log off, and also he cannot edit the properties of the any LAN. So that's about it. Okay, I go through group policy again. Chop 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 chop. Okay, so first is go under tools, group policy management, and then select test lab, make sure drop down, then right click here, new, then select a name. Okay, I mean give it a name, and then after giving a name, edit. So edit following the papers need the requirements. Then after that, you want it to affect only one OU, so you right click on whichever OU, then select this. Okay, then click on OK. Then go back PC1 and log in as the new user and verify. Okay, that's all. Good luck. I mean, this is like the answer lah. So yeah. Okay, bye.